question?
Question is how. Oh my God.
How did you grow up digitally?
We didn't have any cell phones. We didn't have computers. We had the rotary phone, so we just had a regular telephone and a landline. We had a television, and you would change the channel. There wasn't even remotes at the time that when I was growing up. So we got our first VCR, which is like, well, they don't even have them anymore. You know the disc movies that we have that you put in? Well, we used to have VCRs. It were the big...
The boxes?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
VHS. I think I was, let me see, I think I was 10 or 11 when we got our first VCR, where we could watch movies at home before we would have to go to the movies to watch, you know, or the television if they had them on the television. But if we wanted to change the channel, we were the remotes for our parents, or our parents would tell us change the channel. So we would get up and we would go change the channel for them. We had definitely no cell phones. We would have, if we didn't have a landline in our house, we would go to the public phones and we would walk downstairs and go and for a pay phone and put our quarter and dial, and that's how that was the internet, or we didn't have any of that growing up. I didn't have a computer with internet until I was 27 or 28. I didn't have a cell phone until I was about 28, 29. And it was just those flip phones, and all you could do was call. There wasn't a portable computer like you're recording me right now. That was not present until in my 30s. So we didn't have any of that. And I think we had the opportunity to play with kids. You know, we would go out and play. We would interact with people. I mean, we were always playing. You know, I lived in apartment buildings, and there was a lot of kids. So we always met up after lunch during the summers, and we would go out and play all day long. We played. And now what I see is everybody's on their phone. There's not a lot of interaction. And if you're going to interact, you text with each other instead of having conversations with each other. So I don't know. I think there's pros and cons to both. I think it's great that we have the world in our hands. I mean, you can research anything, but it's also, I think it's a setback because children and kids are not interacting. Even adults, we're not interacting like we used to.
So did you think that affected you growing up? Do you think you would have wanted that
No.
access? No?
No. I had a wonderful childhood. I had lots of friends. Like I said, we would do our chores during the summer, and then we would head out. We would head out, and all the kids from the neighborhood, we would play. And we would play different things. We would play marbles. We would roller skate. We would play kickball. We would play baseball. We would go to the park. We would play tag, hide and go seek. And then we'd come home, eat dinner, and then go back out and play. And I just feel there was more interaction than there is today. And then I believe the world is so small with the internet. I mean, you can talk to people from all over the world. And with social media, I think bullying, all that has really gotten bad. Before it was face-to-face. I mean, if you had an issue with somebody, it was face-to-face. They told you, you settled it, and you were done. And now social media and the bullying and the calling names, and it's just, I think I'm glad I didn't have that type of technology when I was growing up. I'm glad.
Okay.